Hey guys, welcome to the first of a 14-part series where I share super cheesy ways for you to remember where countries are on a map. Just remember, we're going to have a map activity every other week, and then, every other week between that, there's going to be a quiz on those maps. So you have plenty of time to prepare for this, but I do think it's important to kind of have some tricks in your toolbox to help you. So typically, some of the ways that I remember countries are simply just knowing a historical event that happened there, or knowing a cool story about that place, or hearing about it in the news. Sometimes I'm just able to recognize where that place was on the map. Um, Otherwise, maybe I'll look at a country's borders and it will remind me of the image of something else. So I'll be able to make that connection. Or really, what's I think the most fun is when you come up with mnemonic devices, like you change the name to, sound like something else, or you use the first letter of a bunch of countries and put them together to remember some kind of phrase. So that's usually what we end up going with. But honestly, whatever works for you. I can make suggestions, but whatever works for you, that's what you got to stick with. So let's just get started with North America. This is our first one. So I don't have any fun tricks to help you remember the United States. Whoops. I feel like you just need to know the United States because that is our country, okay? Florida's down here, Texas is down here along the Mexican border. Here's New England, Maine. We have these parts of our border that are very recognizable. We're like right about here, okay? Our neighbor to the north is Canada, and our neighbor to the south is Mexico. So these you really just need to know, okay? And you probably do. Up here, northeast, we've got Greenland. I don't have any fun ways to remember this one either. I just kind of remember that Greenland and Iceland, they're in the North Atlantic. And what you could always do is if you're taking your quiz and that's the one you can't remember, well, maybe process of elimination will help you with that one. So let's scroll down here to some areas that tend to be a little bit more challenging for students. So I'm just going to zoom in here to these islands first. All right, let's see if I can get us over there. Here, well, okay, so these islands right here tend to give students some difficulty, but I have a mnemonic device that can help you. All right. Now, again, it's silly, but if you've ever heard people say Jamaican me crazy, we're going to use that. We're going to say Jamaican, I should say Jamaican me hate. Um, Jamaican me hate, what am I saying here? Oh, Dr. Pepper, excuse me. Jamaican me hate Dr. Pepper, because what we have is Jamaica, from west to east, straight across. Jamaica, Haiti. Oh, let's get our text box going. Dominican Republic. And then right over here off to the side is Puerto Rico. So Jamaican, me hate Dr. Pepper. Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico. Okay. Right here, this country, this is Cuba. And the way that I remember Cuba is the Cuban Missile Crisis. I don't know if you've heard of this or not, but without going into too much detail, this was like a 13-day military standoff between the United States and the Soviet Union. We had missiles pointed at them, and they had missiles all along this north coast here pointed right at us. This was a very strategic location for them because there's only about a 90-mile distance here between Florida and Cuba. So when I try to remember which island on this map is Cuba, I just remember the Cuban Missile Crisis and I look for the one that's closest to our coastline. All right. So now let's come down here to Central America. This is a chain of a chain of countries that connects North America to South America. That's what you see right here. This is just the northwest tip of South America. All right. Uh, one that I think stands out, I always look for one that really stands out and I get that one out of the way. That's right here. This is Panama. Panama, I just remember because of the Panama Canal. In the 1880s, I guess it was, we wanted to build a waterway here to connect the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean. Because when we were moving goods around, when we were trading goods, it was really far to go all the way down around the coast of South America. And to go through the Arctic Ocean was really difficult because of ice and all of these, pieces of land, these islands. So they decided to build this waterway here, and that became known as the Panama Canal. So when you're trying to remember which one is Panama, think Panama Canal, and where in here is the best place to build a canal. Certainly it's in the skinniest spot, right? In this isthmus. An isthmus is a narrow strip of land that connects two larger pieces of land. So that's what we have here. You certainly wouldn't want to build a canal, in your widest part. So okay, so now we've got these countries, right? These can be challenging. So I want you to remember this little love story. Bob gave Helen emeralds and chocolate. I see I have a typo up here. Emeralds and chocolate. Now, of course, N is not grammatically correct. It should be and, but then our mnemonic device wouldn't work. So what we're going to do is we are just going to start in the northernmost point of these countries, and just by a hair, you can see that Belize is the northernmost country. So that's where we're going to start our mnemonic device. Bob, and then we're going to go directly south, and we're just going to wiggle our way down. Gave, I won't type, Helen, and then we're going to come down here, emeralds and chocolate. All right. So we're kind of going from north to south and then moving our way over to south and moving our way over to south. Belize, Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica. Bob gave Helen emeralds and chocolates. All right. So it's silly. Yes, absolutely. But I really do think it's going to help you. Now, it's really important that to prepare for this quiz, play that map game that I gave you the link for in Lizard Point. That is going to help. Also, study these tricks. You could also print or grab a paper map and quiz yourself that way, or I encourage you to come up with your own mnemonic devices. If you're still struggling, come see me in resource. I have a guarantee that if you study with me for 5 to 10 minutes, you will absolutely ace your quiz. 5 to 10 minutes, that's all I need. So do your best, study, let me know how you're doing, and good luck on your quiz. I'll see you for part 2. Bye.